So you've definitely heard this one before. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Comment below approximately how many times in your life you've heard that statement before. But is breakfast really the most important meal of the day? I mean, could skipping breakfast actually help you lose weight faster? Well, in today's video, I'm going to answer the question of, will skipping breakfast help you lose weight faster? So let's get into the video. So guys, before we get into the video, my name is MrFitness, the body transformation specialist. And on my channel, I talk a lot about weight loss. But I also talk about a lot of other topics related to weight loss. So if you want the absolute best information on how you can lose the most amount of weight the quickest, then you'll definitely want to consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell notification so you never, ever miss another weight loss tip. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video. Here's a fact about breakfast that you probably didn't know. Nearly 1/4 of Americans skip breakfast almost every day. And I don't know how many people 1/4 of the Americans are, but I do know that it's probably, or it sounds like it's a lot of people. And I know I myself am in that group a few times a week. Matter of fact, how many times do you skip breakfast per week? Comment below and let me know. But the question of today's video is, will skipping breakfast actually help you lose weight faster? Well, let's talk about it. So to go back to the whole breakfast is the most important meal of the day thing, there's actually nothing, there's no scientific proof, there's nothing that proves that breakfast is in fact the most important meal of the day. Now, the idea that breakfast was the most important meal of the day started way back in the early 19th century by guess who? If you guessed the food industry, you'd be right. I mean, think about it. Getting people to eat more is obviously a good thing, not just for the food industry, but for many different industries. But what happened as a result of this is a few years after eating breakfast became a popular thing, because before that point, Americans didn't really eat breakfast. But when breakfast became a popular thing, what happened to notice is there was an increase, or a sizable increase, in Americans' weight. So if adding breakfast was a part of the increase of Americans gaining weight in the early part of the 19th century, then does that mean that if we start to skip breakfast, that we should notice a decrease in weight? Well, as it turns out, the answer is actually no, and there's scientific proof that proves it. And let's go over a little bit of that scientific proof. So there was a large meta-analysis published in the BMJ, and the goal of this was to take information from 7 large studies, to prove or to see if in fact skipping breakfast had any change in body composition, namely body weight and body fat and body mass index. Now, this meta-analysis included studies that lasted at least 4 weeks, and it looked at 435 people. Now, 5 of the 7 trials were conducted on people that were considered either obese or overweight, and the other 2 were conducted on people that were considered of normal weight. Now, I know that a 4-week study isn't a lot of time, but here's what this study found. The study found that people who skipped breakfast lost 1.19 more pounds than the people that ate breakfast. So now I know that these people did lose weight at 1.19 pounds for the people who skipped breakfast compared to the people that didn't. But I think we can conclude after 4 weeks that only losing an extra 1.19 pounds over the people that ate breakfast, we can conclude that the answer is no, skipping breakfast does not help you lose weight faster. But how is it exactly possible that if you skip a meal, which means you skip calories, that you don't lose weight faster? Now, there's many reasons why skipping breakfast, again, meaning that you're skipping calories, won't lead to faster weight loss. There's a bunch of reasons why, but I think the biggest reason why is that the people that skip breakfast, at least initially, tend to make up those calories at other points in the day. I mean, some of you watching this video right now may have noticed that when you eat breakfast, generally you're less hungry throughout the day. And obviously having less of an appetite is going to make it much easier for you to avoid overeating later in the day. I mean, as a coach, I've had many clients that go all day without eating for one reason or another, whether they're just busy and they forget to eat, or they're performing some form of intermittent fasting. What ends up happening is by the end of the day, they're so hungry that they end up overeating, and not only end up overeating, but they end up overeating on the wrong things. Comment below if that's ever happened to you before. So to prevent this video from being longer than it needs to be, the answer is skipping breakfast will not help you lose weight faster, nor will skipping any meal by that matter. So instead of focusing on skipping meals to help you lose weight faster, here's what I want you to do. I want you to focus on making the best choices that you possibly can with where you're at and what you have available to you, regardless of what time of the day it is. So question, have you ever used skipping meals as part of your weight loss program? And if so, what were your results? Comment below and let me know. And if you're trying to lose weight, check out this video right here where I go over the 5 most filling foods for weight loss. Check it out.